It is my pleasure to be able to introduce our speaker for today. Sheila Janakos is the CEO of Healthy Horizons. And in this role, she brings 30 years of experience as an internationally board certified lactation consultant. She has a master's of public health, and she has been using those skills to serve breastfeeding families for the past 3 decades. Sheila, we're so excited to have you today to be able to share your expertise with our group.
Thanks, Jenny. I'm looking forward to the questions.
Awesome. Brittany has asked, how do you know if you have the best latch? We've got a couple of questions here. I'm going to read them all and then we'll kind of dissect. How can you tell if baby is drinking enough milk? And, oh, poor mama, is it normal to have chapped bleeding nipples in the first month? What can we tell Brittany?
Well, that would probably tell me it's not the best latch.
Okay.
If we're seeing chapped and bleeding nipples. And it may be nothing that you're doing wrong. You may be doing everything right, Brittany. It may be that the baby is latching shallow because maybe the baby has a little bit of a tongue tie, or the baby feels more comfortable latching more shallow. We need to see what's going on with the baby and with you. A good latch really, maybe when the baby first starts breastfeeding, even with a good latch, it could feel a little like, oh, because you're not used to somebody grabbing onto your nipple and chomping away, right? But typically, if the baby's on deep enough, you should feel a tugging sensation. It should not be flicking, biting. You should not have scabs on your nipples, definitely not bleeding nipples. So if I'm seeing that, we need to get you some help. Somebody needs to make sure that there's nothing going on with that baby like a tongue tie. And somebody needs to make sure that baby's able to latch deep enough. So we want to look at that. Sometimes it becomes like a cycle. So let's say there was trauma in the beginning because the baby was learning to latch. It gets corrected, but we never let the nipple heal. Mm-hmm. So we have to make sure that we give you a chance to heal. So a practitioner might correct the latch and then maybe refer you to your doctor to get some sort of ointment or treatment. There's an ointment called all-purpose nipple ointment that has like an antibiotic and a steroid and some other, an antifungal, and it helps with the tissue healing. That would be something a doctor would prescribe. So we want to make sure that we cure you first. We take care of that and then get that baby back on latching well. Sometimes people will pump during this time, just for a couple of days, just to kind of get the face of the nipple a little bit of a rest. And then I saw the other part of that question was about milk. How do you know if the baby's getting enough milk? Mm-hmm. And again, that's going to be with weight gain and output. Is that baby gaining at least that 4 to 7 ounces a week? Is the baby having plenty of wet diapers? So we're not talking babies the first couple of days. We're talking babies over 5 days, 6 days. We want at least 4 to 6 good wet diapers and at least 3 or more yellow CD stools with that weight gain.
Okay.
Yeah. So, hope you feel better.
Yeah. Brittany, we're thinking about you and you and your nipples.
Brittany, there's this great product out there. It's by Amita. It's called Amita Comfort Gels. I love those for cracked and bleeding nipples because it's a hydrogel. And basically a hydrogel is like a saline solution that's like been solidified, like kind of like a jelly. It's like a little round circle. And you put it on your nipple and it creates a moist wound healing environment to help that tissue heal. It's fabulous. It probably has saved so many moms. And you could put them in the refrigerator in between and then put them on afterwards and they're cooling. Oh, it's such a pain relief. It's so wonderful. You can use them for up to 6 days. You just want to make sure that you clean them just before you put them back in a little plastic sleeve and put them in the refrigerator. But they're fabulous and you could rinse them. Please avoid using ones that will have cloth backing. There's products out there like that. Those you can't clean. And they're only really good for like 12 to 24 hours. And I don't want, that could be a source of bacterial growth. So the Amita comfort gels are bacterial and fungal static. They don't promote the growth of those. So that might be something that might help while we're correcting the latch and healing your nipples.
Great, great suggestion.